Hello, and welcome to Keeping It Real with Shannon Live. Especially them because you don't know how it's going to turn out.
My kids empowered me to get out.
What's going on with this remote learning and in the midst of COVID?
Working for different elected officials, learning and understanding how to put the community first.
Hi, and welcome to Keeping It Real with Shannon. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Oh, and I want to welcome my co-hosts, Dr. Vanessa Danzine and Dr. Reba Perry, you fairly. Hello, ladies.
Hey. Hello.
How y'all doing?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Well, you know, we have a hot topic tonight about what do you care about the election? What is it that you want to happen? And how do you want to see this election go? And you can see all the stuff that's going on between the two candidates, particularly our a favorite candidate. But let's start with you talking about what is it that you want out of the election? What do you want to see happen?
Me?
Well,
okay.
You want go ahead, Dr. Reba.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that our young people know the importance of why their vote count. My daughter is 19, so this is her first president election, and she made sure all year she told all her friends, and she even made sure they fill out their voting registration, and she sent out an email blast to all of her friends that turn 18, and she told them why it's important that they vote, because some of them kept saying my vote don't count, and she said that's very ignorant. My great grandfather was part of the civil rights movement, and he made sure I knew the importance, and I passed the baton to her grandmother as well. And we know how important it is, especially as Black women in the same household. So we have 4 eras in our home: 83, 29, 19, and me, 57. So all of us know the importance of voting and how it will help us as Black women just move ahead. And we can't say our vote don't count, because it does.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I agree with that. As the vote is important, but since I'm a legacy wealth builder, one of my main topics of interest is the economy, and my thing is for people to really focus, not just for what they say or what they want to promote, but look into your household. I'm a big legacy wealth builder. I'm tired of people, really particularly families and marginalized communities, particularly Black and brown, living in generational debt. We got to kind of break the cycle of generational debt and kind of change the mindset of how we view money. And although they talk about the economy, whether you get a raise in a job or you get another job, find ways to kind of make that money, make more money, and build generation wealth and leave a legacy.
Amen.
Well, look, I'm a senior citizen, so I'm worried about medicine. You know, as far as the economy, I can eat some beans and some butter beans and cornbread for or whatever. I know how to make that, but these drugs, this medicine that we have to take it's over the top. I mean, it's ridiculous that I have to go to the drugstore to pick up my medicine. They looking at me talking about $500. Where in the hell I'm gonna get $500 every month to pay for some medicine that I need to take? This is crazy. I mean, they really needs to work on this thing about drug prescription, because people who really does not have the money to pay for their medicine, I just don't understand what's going to happen to them. What are they going to do if they don't do something about getting this price down on the drugs? It's ridiculous. It's out of control. These are the things that we worry about, you know, is when you get older and stuff, that you pay into the system all the years that you work. And then when you retire and need some assistance, you can't even get it, or they charging you so much money. So why am I paying into the system then? I should just take that money and just put it in a bank account somewhere and save it.
So don't put the bank account, you can get no money for it, but you can get a ticket to go someplace else who got better health care.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing we might have to consider, is to go to one of those countries that you get free health care stuff, because this is out of control. You know what I'm saying?
And just like she said about the economy, just by me having 2 very sick people in my home, one is a veteran, and my mom up there, the age, she's 83. Every time she comes from the hospital, the bill is like $6,000 to $7,000 out of pocket expense. And I said she paid into the system, and she doesn't even qualify for certain programs because they said she makes too much money. And the funny thing is, the money that they're talking about that she makes too much is not even enough to cover for her
Exactly.
medication. It's not even to cover, and forget about food. You telling her to go on these specific diets. You go in the store. I'm not kidding. I spend $80. It was one bag. I said, well,
Exactly.
where's the rest of the food? So I said, what's happening to the really morbidly obese people? How are they affording all that food? Because I can't even afford food.
You know what I
Well,
say to that?
I mean, us obese people, I know I can afford to miss a couple of meals. So even if I miss 6 months, it's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I'm talking about this healthcare stuff. When you go to the doctor and you can't afford
Right.
to pay the doctor bill,
Right.
you got to pay this big co-payment.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to the doctor and stuff, you used to go to the doctor and pay like a $5, $10
Right.
co-payment. Now they charge you $100, $100
You're
some
right.
dollars for co-payment. I mean, this is ridiculous.
So
You
they
know why?
basically telling you don't get sick.
No,
They-
no, you can get sick, but the way you're going to go is through the emergency room. So now you have overutilization of the ER, which is going to bring
Right.
up the costs. The taxpayer is going to be eating that cost. It's ways to get around the system. But I'm always saying these are systems working how they've been designed to work.
Right.
Simple as that. So you have to kind of like navigate other ways of survival. Basically, I mean, you come to a pandemic and you had to survive. So you got to kind of look for other ways to survive. When you go to the hospital, I worked in the ER just like you, Dr. Reba, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it's very seldom you really go to any type of medical appointment and don't come out with a prescription.
Right.
It works hand in hand. Medical pharmacy works hand in hand. But the thing is, people need to. I would encourage people to be more proactive in their own health, their own body.
Yes.
What
Yes.
they're ingesting, what they're consuming. Learn to read ingredients. Learn to think outside the box. Get more natural products.
Yes. Yes.
To kind of circumvent some of these things that are out there that they say that we don't have choice of.
Yeah,
And
but we need to think about this election. I mean, to me, it's too tight. It's too close for comfort. I don't even know why it's even this close. It shouldn't even be this close. And it bothers me that people see what the other candidate is doing, and what the only thing I like about him is because he tell you exactly what he's going to do. So I appreciate you. No, I do. I appreciate you telling me ahead of time what you're going to do to me and what's going to happen. I do appreciate that. I said, but the thing about it is, even though he's saying all of these things, it's like the people are not listening. And
no,
then
they're
when
not.
it happens,
It was a
then
joke.
when
You
it
better
happened,
believe
just like the last time, when it happened, then they were all complaining. Oh, I don't have enough money to pay my bills. Well, oh, I don't have money.
No kidding.
Nobody wants to hear your problems now. You had an opportunity to do something about it when you didn't vote. You sat home and said you wasn't going to vote, and you were saying the same thing again this time. I'm not going.
And that's going to be the complainer. That's going to be the complainer. Now, me personally, I was proactive with my health since 2017. I reversed my high blood pressure. I have type 2 diabetes. I don't take no insulin. I'm very cautious what I take in. I do yoga, meditation. I have to do that because I'm the caregiver in the house. So that means if I'm wiped out, I can't take care of the other two people. And I tell them the same thing. Everything is proactive. If you want to remain sick, then you have to self-consciously say, I'm going to stay sick. And I said, I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be codependent on all these prescriptions because I saw my father take 32 pills a day and he still transitioned. He was not proactive with his health. And I said to my children, both of them are physically fit. They go to the gym. They're very proactive in their health because I said, some of these diseases, unfortunately, you can inherit. The type 2 diabetes, we have that on both sides. High blood pressure, but you don't have to be the candidate of that. You don't have to sit in the emergency room and collect all these bills. Like you said, constant emergency room. Emergency rooms are filled with people and they get a quick Band-Aid.
That's what I'm saying, Dr. Reba, is we want someone who's going to fight to change the system of, like Dr. Vanessa is saying, how it's designed to make us be those victims and things.
But also,
Right.
also even not at that high level of the presidency, but your local constituents, you these local officials, a lot of things that people could do here and there, and people only come out when it's something big. These little things make changes in the community. Listen, you go someplace else, you got a community advocator because you got a lot of accidents on the corner. They advocate to put a stop sign there. They only give you what you fight for.
Me. Yeah. I'm the community activist. I asked for one stop sign. Exactly. I got 3 speed bumps and a stop sign.
Exactly.
There's a crash. I take the picture, send it to them, and everybody else, it doesn't bother. There was a water main break on the corner, and people drove past it, act like they didn't see it. Guess what? I kept taking pictures. I said, who's going to fix this? Who's going to fix this? Until I went down the street the other day, they opened up the whole ground because everybody act like it was not their problem. And if you live in front of that house, but why would you live in front of the water main break and don't report it?
That's why they do this consensus. These bring resources to your community. So if you say nothing's going on here and there, they're not going to bring them into the community.
Exactly. Oh. But see, the thing about it is, as you said, starting from the local level, that we start getting things done to go to the higher level. But then when you look at the local level, look at them, they can't even work together with each other. I mean, everybody we got in office now, are they working together or is they working against each other? We have to hold them against
I hold everybody accountable. If I put that X next to your name, I will do
one person, Dr. Reba. You one person.
Oh, I don't care. One person can make a whole lot of.
What I'm saying, one person, one hand can't clap. That's what we say, right?
Oh, my hands clap.
No, I said one hand can clap.
Yeah, you can put it in the mic and start clapping, but we need the people,
community, exactly.
Yeah, I get them involved. I'll just knock on doors.
They don't want to.
I knock on doors.
Yeah, absolutely.
You knock on doors. You tell them to write letters, and they act like they ain't never seen a pen and a piece of paper before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I write it for them and let them sign it.
Too many people sit back and say, that's not my problem.
Yeah, they do.
Not my problem. That is your problem.
Exactly.
Don't affect me. Don't benefit me.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
See, oh, Lord.
Because we're in such a crisis now, and we're so involved with other countries going on with the wars.
Oh my God! Don't even talk about that. That's another whole mess.
Somebody who has a level head, who's going to talk to the other people in the other countries to make sure that we don't go into no war like we have been into the past. And it looks like that's what's going to happen eventually, that we are going into a war. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be
It's Shannon. It's Shannon.
There's been another deadly shooting at a local elementary school. According to authorities, the suspect acquired the gun from a family member's home before using it to take the lives of innocent children and teachers.
Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
If you're just joining us, our hot topic tonight is, what do you care about with the election? And before we went to break, we was talking about different things that we care about. Now, another thing that bothers me now is the people, particularly the men. I'm finding out that the men do not want to support our candidate that's running. Do you think this has a thing to do with because she's a woman? I don't care what color she is. I'm just saying, is this because of a woman? Because, when Hillary ran, I was shocked when Hillary lost. I was very devastated at that point. So here we go around again with another woman, and now we're hearing all this thing about they don't want to support her. So I'm thinking, is this a woman's thing?
Well, Lottie, I think you just need to specify what type of men are we talking about?
Yeah.
Well, I know they had it on TV the other night with Congressman Meeks talking about the black men didn't want to vote for her. That was a shock. They prefer to have Trump. So that's what made me think, is this a man thing? Is this because she a woman? that you would rather go with Trump than her?
I know there was some chatter around the reason why they didn't want to vote for her because she was a prosecutor and talking about incarceration here and there. But if they look historically over the years, who they have voted for when there was all white candidates, and who was responsible for the mass incarceration historically. So the problem didn't just start with Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
This generational historical thing with mass incarceration. So if you want to sit back and think of his history, know the history about it first.
Right.
And you can look and see it's not just Kamala Harris. The whole judicial system with Black and brown communities, from mass incarceration, from prison to some pipelines and here and there, that is long before her time.
Yeah. They just want to blame somebody, and she just happened to be the target to blame. Unfortunately, like you said, most people don't know the history behind incarceration, because I do prison reform, and it's very disturbing. Even when you do jury duty, which I'm exempt from permanently, I ain't even gonna tell you why that happened. But the reality is they don't want me back. So I decided I'm going to figure out how I can help keep it from being a revolving door. And a lot of times we say it's not our problem, but if you can't fix the generational curse from one family member to the other, who might have a father, then it's a grandfather, then it's the grandson, then we're going to be back to square one. And it has nothing to do with her as a candidate, because she didn't put all those people in jail.
But you know the thing about that, I just want to tap it in real quick. You talk about, since we're talking about incarcerated individuals, right? Trump has been convicted, right, of 34 felonies. So you Black and brown men that's out there looking at that and have that mindset, think about how and if you were incarcerated, that you can't even vote if you're on parole or probation. They strip that away, even your vote, your right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Your right to vote. So you're going to tell me that somebody has been convicted,
can run for president,
felonies, can run for president, and this is who you're backing? Come on now.
No common sense at all. And the reality is, when they do go out and vote and they see really the part I'm confused about, the man openly tells you who he is, what his character is, what he represents. So why would you sit and still go and vote for this person knowing he openly tells you what his character is? I don't get it, and I don't understand it. That's what I just
said before. At least you appreciate it because he tell you. I mean, like, he calls her stupid, uneducated. She don't like. How can you call this woman stupid and uneducated? Please.
But the guy, he talked to the Black community. What you have? You don't have nothing. What you got to lose?
You're lazy. You're uneducated. Like,
you're eating the cats and dogs.
Exactly. People sit back and they take that for joke, right? They take it for joke. No joke. Oh, he doesn't mean that he just kidding. No, he's telling you who he is. You better believe it. And the thing is that stop thinking that people's giving you something for free. Like Lottie said, he's telling you who he is. So when the fan, don't say you didn't know.
If you don't know, now you know.
I think they know, but then where's this coming from that you would rather support someone that calls you out of your name? Exactly. I just don't understand this.
You know, another thing I heard about that, what it said, I think somewhere in the talk, somebody was saying that Trump done more for black men and people over the years. My thing, what I didn't understand and what I didn't take from it was that, are you talking about the stimulus package, or the stimulus money you got, or the unemployment, or that money they was feeding? Because what they look at Black and brown people is that they're stupid and ignorant. So what you did was that you boosted up the economy. You put that back in the economy. And the people that was complaining and saying they had more money, those are perhaps the ones who didn't pay into the system for the beginning.
No, I ain't getting no stimulus.
Well, first of all, that check you got, that money that you got, they'll get the back by increasing your if you're a homeowner or something, they increase your property taxes. Because I got my letter already, and I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Because I said when they pay that money out, they have to get the money back. So now how they going to get that money back?
They're going to get it back, and that's what
exactly.
The people
think
they're doing something.
You might have got it free. It ain't like Vanessa said, you ain't paid anything. But what about us that's been paying in the system all the time? Now we
Right.
got to pay
Even
to
the
get the money
government
back.
programs, because even when my mother got extremely sick, because she wound up with long COVID, her and my brother, they got it at the same time, and they wound up with long COVID, and all these government programs, they give you the runaround from the CDPAP to the Medicaid. I kept saying, you didn't give me this. My mother paid in for this. My father paid in for this. And the amount of properties that my father owned, all them taxes he had to pay for them property, you're not giving me this program. And they gave me the runaround. So I said, listen, cut the BS out and give my mother what she needs. Let her last days be comfortable. Why would you give someone that didn't pay taxes, you drop them over here and you hand them a Medicaid card and all these other programs, and my mother couldn't get not one of them? It was terrible.
That's it. Systems working hard to design to work.
Exactly.
And this is what happened. Even though you work all your life over cases and you paying the Social Security, first of all, your Social Security is taxed.
Right.
You get your Medicare, they taking that out of your Social Security.
Yes.
So if you don't know, since I'm talking about it, that money you can get back. But the crazy thing about it is that you have to put in for it. So why you got to put in to get your money back?
Right? But the thing about it, when you said that about the Social Security, when I retired and started getting my Social Security and stuff, I didn't have no tax taken out because I didn't think you were supposed to do that, right? Until the time comes to pay taxes at the end, and I had to pay all them taxes back. And I'm asking my account, like, why I have to pay all this money back? He said, because you never paid no taxes with the Social Security. I said, we have to pay tax on Social Security of money that we already put into the system.
Yep. Or you can voluntarily opt in for withdrawal for a certain percentage. So at the end of the year during tax season, you don't have to pay it.
That's what I did because I had a 1099. It was easier to estimate the amount. Then I learned that the first year I opened 16 years ago with my business, the first year it was like a terrorist attack. I thought the SWAT team was coming to get me. I said, how did I owe all these taxes? And the man said, did you do automatic withdrawal where we estimate your taxes? I didn't even know what he was talking about. And after that, I said, I will never get caught up in that mess again.
But if you do, Dr. Reba, 16 years ago when you opened your business, if you knew how to run your business like a business and take advantage of those tax benefits.
I took advantage of them. Right. Oh, I had a good time. Look, my nails were done. My wig was done. Listen, that's how you learn from the beginning to the end.
Absolutely.
And generational wealth, like I was just telling Lottie, my father was very smart businessman. He knew how to invest. He said, always have money for Peter, Paul, and the disciples. He said, so if you hit one glitch, you have another glitch to compensate for that glitch. And you got to keep figuring out stuff. My daughter's the same way. I said, y'all ain't going to be living off of me because I'm going to be on a cruise somewhere.
Exactly. But the thing about it is what also bothers me too is that it doesn't matter to me which color you are running for the candidacy.
Right.
Absolutely.
I want someone who cares about me, who's going to be thinking about my benefit, my well-being. I don't want someone who brings up all this hatred and try to divide. We're already divided. People are already divided, like can't come together and help each other out. They're so mean-spirited to each other. And then you have someone who is spewing all this kind of hatred and stuff, and people coming out of the woodwork that I never even heard of before. These Proud Boys and all these other organizations and stuff. With all this hatred and stuff, we don't need that. The country needs a healing. We are at a point now we need a healing. And it's all this hatred against each other, all this crimes and violence against each other. It has to stop.
But you know the crazy thing about that, Lottie, you say all this healing and things that's going in this country, we're on a pedestal. We're on the front and center of the world watching. So if you can't take care of house here, how are you going to take care and manage everybody else that you're trying to be on top of?
Exactly. They laughing at us.
Exactly. They laughing at us.
I would say what we say, but I can't say because right? You know,
and they're just waiting. They're just waiting to see what's going to happen with this election because you see what they did the last time. that was in and stuff that started happening back then, it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war.
I'm ready. I'm a vote early coming, and I got my shutters that's going to close the whole house down where you ain't going to see.
Make sure you got some food, gas.
I got plenty. Well, I have enough food in my house for apocalypse. So even if the lights turn off, I'm prepared. I'm prepared. I'm always prepared. And I've always been one of those people prepared for the unknown. My gas tank gonna be filled up. I have 3 cars and all of them gonna be filled up.
Well, that's what I
said. I got flashlights, toilet paper towels.
And throw it up in the mattress.
Everything gonna be prepared, and make sure you withdraw money out the bank so you have cash. Don't depend on them apps. And I told people, don't call me, call Ghostbusters, because I'm sitting in my house.
See, that's what I said to my friends and the people that kept telling me, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna vote. What are you voting for? What are you voting
Yeah, okay, go ahead, SpongeBob.
You don't want to vote. If anything happens, it is on you.
Don't listen. For any money. I'm gonna pray and fast that Wigman do not get in office.
You better believe Project 2025.
Well, look,
I'm prepared.
What did they say? If you want to go backwards, then fine. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be on you. I'm depending on God. I know who I serve, and I know who's gonna take care of me. So that's why I'm not even worried about it. You know what I'm saying?
But God said, "Don't be a fool. Be prepared for the unknown."
Exactly.
I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna go to the Revelation days. I'm just sitting at the door with the shotgun ready.
Well, let me tell you, y'all better get out and vote. You better think about who you vote
it's
for,
important.
And get yourself prepared. And when you wake up the next day, whatever happens is on you. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Remember, you can watch us on Saturdays on Brick at 5:30 and on Manhattan Neighborhood Network at 2:30. Make sure you subscribe to our Facebook page. And thank you so much, Dr. Vanessa and Dr. Reba, for coming on tonight and joining us. So as always, we'll see you next time.
Yes.
Today's show is sponsored by Abu's Bakery. If you have a sweet tooth, stop by Abu's Bakery for some delicious cakes and pies.
Would you like beautiful pictures for your home or your office? Then stop by Faith Art Gallery. They have a large selection of pictures from around the world.
It's Shannon. It's Shannon. It's Shannon. It's Shannon.